Good afternoon. It is Sunday, February 6th, and it's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, about 21 degrees out. By the way, this branch is right about, I'm filming at eye level, so catching that, but we got some ice this week. The last storm that we got 2 days ago, we got a lot more rain than expected. Even while the temperature was dropping, the air column was just so warm that it stayed rain a lot longer. I did give the driveway a quick plow when I was on my way to get hay. Just dropped the plow down and barely scraped anything up. But there is a firm layer underneath of packed stuff, sleet. There was a lot of sleet. Cleaning off the cars, we felt it quite a bit. But trying to catch some of this ice that we have. It's amazing that it's stuck around this long. And if you can catch it sideways at just the right angles, the way it sparkles, especially with the later light, you get a lot of colors. Yellows, blues, reds. Teddy, come on. Yeah, take a Teddy on an afternoon walk, so he can burn off some energy and keep the old man a little healthier. Figured I'd do a little update. Not much going on this time of year, but the forecast is kind of exciting. It's going to be above freezing during the day all week, getting down below freezing at night, and anyone that lives up here knows that's the beginning of maple season. We used to do a little bit of, we tried it a couple of years in a row up here just to have the experience. And it's a lot of work. It's fun, but it's a lot of work. Just a lot of, carrying the buckets. Pretty much as far up the driveway as we could go, we'd put buckets, find some good maple. Like I still remember this one here, this double tree here we did. We'd go back a little bit in the woods. We tried a little bit too below the house, but carrying full sap buckets up a hill is real difficult. And it gets old fast, and you never know what the snow's going to be like underneath. I'm just trying to pan slowly to see if you can get the effect of some of the colors in that ice. There's like no wind right now, so any of that sparkling is just the angle as I'm going past the camera. It's just fantastic. Yeah, so we did it with a neighbor friend of ours who taught us about it. An older gentleman who'd been doing that most of his life, as well as pretty much a lot of other things. And he would boil it outside. He'd build himself a pit every year with cinder blocks. And we went up and helped him burn it. He had his own pans that he used. And the ratio is like 40-1. So if you get 40 gallons of sap, which on the buckets, just so it didn't overflow, like the painter buckets, the big ones, 5-gallon buckets, we do about 4 gallons. So about 10 of those buckets, you'd be lucky if you got about 1 gallon of sap out of it. But it was fantastic. Unfortunately, I grew up on the real cheap stuff. I didn't know better. And once I tasted real maple syrup, I was hooked. And it's amazing. I mean, the stuff that you get locally, any local place, they're all fantastic. But doing it ourselves and tasting it throughout the process, as it's slowly boiling down and you're kind of getting a sense of how close it is, and you taste it, there's actually notes of vanilla in there. It's a very complex thing, and of course it changes year to year, it changes tree to tree, whether you have sugar maples or silver maples. Yeah, great stuff. So we won't be doing that. It's such an involved process and takes so much that for a small scale, it's nice to do as like a little family project, but the guys that make money, they earn every penny. And you really need, you know, quite a bit of trees to make that work. But that's about it. There's nothing else going on. We already got hay. Trying to de-ice stuff. We may get another inch or two tomorrow afternoon and overnight. And then the rest of the week, it's going to be in the 40s during the day, upper 30s. And then, you know, about in the 20s at night. But I can't even tell if you can see that. Just looking down on because the sun's right in my eyes. But yeah, all that ice, it's beautiful to look at. It's a pain to deal with, but I'm sure tomorrow as the snow is falling, but the temperatures are getting warmer. That stuff will at least start coming out of the trees. And then hopefully I can start posting some more videos once there's more to show than snow plows and piles. But so you see, even in the 20s, it's warm enough to get a little bit of dripping, especially on the darker vehicles. But underneath, that's all ice. Same thing under my wife's car. It's just solid ice. So. All right, Teddy, you chilly? You want to go in? All right, so another couple weeks unless something interesting happens. Take care.